would you live that you can thrive? Now, the next part is believing that it's yours already. I'm talking, you have to learn to be delusional. I would describe inspired action like that. Gratitude is always about how you feel. It's not about the thing that you have. Hi friends, it's nice to see you again. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that I love to do, which is intentionally creating my life. Today, I'm going to talk about what I did to bring this gorgeous apartment that I absolutely love into my life. But this is also what I do consistently to get pretty much anything else that I do want. If you click on this video, you're interested about manifestation. Maybe you've heard about it, but I know that it's this like magic word that no one really knows what it means. Is it like magic? Is it like spells? Is there like a certain criteria for how to do things? This is not how to get rich quick or get anything that you want quickly. Manifestation is just goal setting, but with also the mindset behind why you're setting that goal. And if you clicked on this video, don't just listen this time around and say, oh yeah, I know that, like I definitely know that, I know all those things. Actually listen to every step and see what you can start doing now to incorporate that into your life. And the reason I'm making this video is because we tend to settle so much. I did in my other video on why you should not settle for less than you deserve because I got denied for a raise last week. And if you're interested in seeing that, click on that video. I'll link it like somewhere above here. But pretty much the point is, do not settle for less than you deserve. And that's mainly what I'm going to be talking about today. How to get out of that rut of getting stuck and how to finally start getting the things that you want just because you want them. And this is how I did it for the apartment that I currently live in right now. But most importantly, I promise you, your dream place, it is out there. Try implementing some of these steps and see if they work for you. Okay, so this first step's gonna be so simple that I can't believe I actually have to say it. It's decide what you want. And this is the first thing I did when I was thinking about the apartment that I wanted. More importantly than the actual physical apartment, I knew where I wanted it to be. The location was everything for me, and I chose I want to live in downtown Austin. But here's the thing, we're so used to not knowing what we want. 9 times out of 10, if you sit someone down right now and ask them what they want, you probably don't know. The very first part is you need to sit down alone and decide what it is you want, because all you really know is what other people have been doing, what you should be doing at your age, what you shouldn't be doing at your age. You're limiting yourself by what you think you can afford. Put all of that aside and just think about, where would you live that you can thrive? You do, because no one else can tell you what it is that you want. You don't really have a tendency to get quiet these days. We always have so many distractions, but even if it's 1 hour, pick 1 hour this weekend and just think about what it is that you want. I highly encourage you, if you don't do anything else, at least write that down, because you need a starting place. Next is have. You need to be okay with having that desire. I heard this on a podcast and it has just stuck with me, and it's the desires in your heart are there from the divine. I don't care what or who you believe in. The point is, if you can believe that what you really want are from a higher purpose, then you can kind of let go of that selfish feeling that you get of like, should I be able to want something just because I want it? And if it helps you, like it helped me, it helps me to say, hey, I don't know what the bigger picture is. All I know is there's something deep inside me that keeps telling me, like, you need to go there, you need to do this. And if that desire is in your heart, there has to be a reason that it is. For me right now, it's content creation. And for me, it's also living down here in my city that I absolutely love. The desire to be surrounded in this city was truly what I wanted. And the apartment came kind of after that. You gotta believe in something. If you want to believe that your desires are like these evil things that you shouldn't listen to, you can totally believe that. But what works better for you, I promise you, is if you believe that those things that you want are there for a reason and you actually listen to them. Yeah, and sometimes you don't really know why it is that you've been wanting that thing, but years and years can go by and you're still thinking, wow, I really wish that I could go there. You're thinking, I really wish I had that. Give yourself permission. You know, I'm a people pleaser. A lot of, especially women are, and you're not used to thinking about what you want, and you're sure not used to, you know, saying what it is that you want. It takes a lot of courage, and it's something that you have to work on. For me nowadays, if it's not a big heck yeah, then it's a no. Now the next part is believing that it's yours already. And this, I'm talking, you have to learn to be delusional. For a long time, you're going to be telling yourself things that you can't believe just yet. You got to eat, sleep, and breathe that thing that you want. For me, it was coming downtown as often as I possibly could, spending an hour somewhere, even if it was just the public library, or if it was getting coffee downtown, or, you know, picking a dinner spot that was in the area that I really wanted to live. I wasn't used to that environment. I started exposing myself to that environment more consistently so that I could believe that it's something that I could have, because otherwise I'll feel so out of place in that environment. You need to get comfortable feeling like, wait, I belong here. For this whole past year and a half, I lived as if I lived downtown. One thing I wanted to mention here is that sometimes we don't say what we want because we're afraid we won't get it. You have to be open with other people about the fact that you want it too. Definitely keep your inner goals safe and only tell the people that you really trust. I remember the first time I told someone I will live downtown, and I still remember it clearly in my head because I didn't say maybe I'll live downtown. I didn't say I want to live downtown, or maybe, eventually. I said I am going to live downtown. There was no asterisk to it. I can do a whole different video on how I changed my vocabulary and self-talk, because I swear some of the things I used to say to myself were so bad. By being vocal about what it is that you want, you expose yourself to potentially not getting it, but live as if you already have that thing as much as possible. Live as if and expose yourself to that environment. Okay, the next thing, it's to take inspired action. Okay, inspired action, how's that different than regular action? So, have you ever been in love before? I would describe inspired action like that. Like when you're in love, think about that person 24/7. Like when you're at the store, you're thinking, I love that color, or that's their favorite chocolate, I should buy it for them. And when you're in love with a goal or something that you're manifesting, you think about it all the time. So inspired action is when a thought like that hits you and you're kind of like, oh, I should do that. I would take inspired action by looking at listings consistently, talking to my coworkers who helped me find a good realtor that helped me find my spot that I eventually got. I would be posting on my story that I was looking, so making sure that people knew, because here's the thing, closed mouths do not get fed. When you're talking to other people, you'll realize that opportunities will come up. Like say you don't know how you're going to get the money for a down payment to move, right? Well, maybe you start talking to your friend about, oh, currently I'm working on a down payment. What if this person comes up with, oh yeah, I got a job this weekend that pays, X amount, like would you be willing to do it? So that's just kind of an example of like, you have to take inspired action when you truly want something. You don't have to force yourself to think about it. Like when you're in love with someone, you don't have to force yourself to think about them. You just think about them. So I was always looking for opportunities. You'll start seeing things open up for you that maybe you weren't seeing before. So yeah, I would say inspired action is looking at your finances, budgeting, going on tours. If the inspiration hits you and you're like, I really think I should do this weekend, like go and do it. All right, and this is the final one, which is so simple and you can definitely practice this today and any of these days coming up. Gratitude. I've always heard the word gratitude thrown around, but when you start practicing it more, it feels like you just like a child, just happy. Like everything makes you happy. You just see all the good in things. You just see all the opportunities ahead of you. You're so excited for what's coming. And going back to the apartment, I was just grateful for what I knew was coming. And I actually brought my journal, which I have not looked through this in a while, but write down your gratitudes. So like here's one. I begin the day with the utmost gratitude. I look out and I see the most gorgeous view next to me. Austin is my home. I walk around the apartment and smell how clean it is. Natural sunshine fills the apartment. It feels angelic, and anyone who enters feels love. For me, that's just an example. I was thinking, when I wake up in this new apartment, how am I gonna feel? Gratitude is always about how you feel. It's not about the thing that you have. It's about how you feel in that space. So you can already do that now. What's insane is I love being here even more than I dreamed that I would. And more importantly, I wanted to make this video to share that message and just say that you can have it too. Like it's not just me, sitting here being crazy, although I have been delusional for the past year and a half as I was waiting for this to happen. And I wanted to share just some steps that I really actually did that helped me get to where I am. I'm so happy and proud of the person that I have become in the process. You get really realistic with the type of apartment you want. I didn't get that specific. I cared more about the feeling that the apartment gave me. But hey, feel free to design it, to your mind's eye, however you want it to look. Most importantly, I'm going to keep mentioning this, do not settle for less than you want. It might take extra time, but just don't settle until you have it. Anyways, dream big, do it because you really want to, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Take responsibility instead of blaming circumstances and choose what you want next. Look for guidance inside. Believe it until you see it on the outside. Act on it. every single day as much as you can and be grateful knowing that it's coming to you. And those are the things that I did to help manifest this apartment that I absolutely love. You can check out my previous apartment tour. I will link it here in case you want to look at it. It is possible. It is possible, guys. Anyways, that's all I've got. I hope you learned something. I hope you had a good time. And thank you so much for hanging out. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos, like sit down videos like this. Comment down below the next place that you want to live. Like, I'm here to support you. But yeah, comment what you want next. And I'll be your biggest supporter. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.